I'm here with a review of the Ultraman X DX XDevizer Henshin set, so the transformation set. This is a special bundle pack that basically includes the XDevizer as well as the Ultra Hero X01 of Ultraman X's main form together in one set. Since in the show, Daichi uses the actual Spark Doll for Ultraman X to transform, so hence the transformation set, they included the vinyl figure in with the XDevizer in this set. Along with this set, you do get a Cyber Eleking card that is exclusive to this set. You can't get it anywhere else. There is a Cyber Eleking card in the Cyber Card Set Volume 1, but it is a different artwork, so the only way to get that artwork is through this set. But the vinyl figure by itself includes the Ultraman X Cyber Card, and the XDevizer by itself includes the Cyber Gomora Cyber Card. So that's that Eleking card is the only thing that's unique to this set, but it's a nice way to get everything you need to fully enjoy the toy in one box. So Ultraman Ginga didn't really hit me in the right places, but I can safely say that Ultraman X has so far. I really like what the series is doing. X himself is really cool, and if you want to get in on Ultraman X as well, it is completely legal to stream through Crunchyroll. If you have a premium account, you can watch the show hours after it airs in Japan. That's terrific. It's the first toku to be simulcasted, and it's just really cool that we live in an age where that is possible. If you don't want to get a premium account, all you have to do is wait 1 week, and the episodes are free to watch. So don't pirate this or anything like that. There's no reason to. It's all legal, and it's really terrific. So back here, it kind of shows everything that this thing is capable of. So this thing is capable of reading the cyber cards. That's the main gimmick for Ultraman X. However, it takes a little bit of backwards compatibility and includes some sort of function with all of the Spark Dolls from Ultraman Ginga and Ginga S's toy line. So all the Ultra Hero 500, all the Ultra Monster 500s, as well as the Ultra Hero X and Ultra Monster X series Spark Dolls all have functions in here. It's not terrific, it's not like a super duper functionality or anything, but it is capable of reading them all and does have some unique sounds for all of these Spark Dolls. So if you were collecting the Spark Dolls through Ultraman Ginga and Ginga S, you've got tons of playability right out of the box with absolutely no Spark Dolls released for this line at all. So if you pick up the Spark Dolls for this line, then you just get even more playability. It's really impressive. Plus everything going on here with the Spark Dolls, that was over here. The Cyber cards over here is just there's a ton of playability in this toy. And I can't wait to show it to you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. Alright, so here's everything you can find in the box. XDevizer, the Ultra Hero X01 of Ultraman X, and 3 Cyber cards, Ultraman X, Cyber Gomora, and Cyber Eleking. Now the best thing about these cards is that this is it's a plastic material. It's not a paper card. So they are very durable. You can get water on them and nothing bad happens or anything like that. So that is really cool that they use the plastic material, just like the Super Best Deca Driver or the Complete Selection Deca Driver cards for those familiar with Kamen Rider. So that is definitely really cool. Each of these cards has a live sign on the back here that the toy reads to know what Cyber card was inserted. So that is definitely cool. It's a little bit of a mixed technology since all the Spark Dolls have a little live sign on the bottom as well, and that's how you know what Spark Doll you are using. Unfortunately, my Ultraman X did get a little bent. He just kind of popped out of the box like this. So as with all vinyl toys, your mileage may vary with how well they stand. My Gomora Armor X is actually like perfectly standing, and we will look at him later on in a separate review once some more Ultra Heroes come out. So that's a little bit disappointing, but to fix vinyl figures, all you really have to do is heat up the plastic and mold it back in the position you want it in, and then let it cool. And you can fix that right up. I'm just really lazy about it. So to enlist some help, we will be bringing in the Ultra Hero release of Ultraman Victory, as well as the Ultra Monster release of Thunder Durambia, because this is like one of the only old Ultra Monster Spark Dolls that I actually have. I didn't buy any of the monsters, really. I just bought the heroes, even though I never really reviewed them on my channel or anything. I do have the entire Ultra Hero 500 line. So we're going to bring these guys in to show off the Spark Doll functionality. Now this thing is pretty cool. It's got a screen right here. The card slides right in. The live sign reader is right there. It does include, not include rather, but require 3 AAA batteries, so nothing too crazy there. On-off switch right here. And to activate the transformation, you hit that button up here, and it pops open, revealing a really cool blue color scheme. I really dig that, how there's like no blue at all when it's closed up. But then when you go to transform, it just reveals all this blue, and it's just really pretty. I really dig how this toy looks. It looks cool, and it handles a lot like the Tensoder from Ghost Sager in terms of size and like grippy on the back. It's really cool. It kind of looks like they could develop a holster at some point, but I don't know if they will. It might just be for gripping purposes, but a really cool looking toy. In my opinion, for sure. Real quick, looking at the Ultraman X vinyl, it's exactly what you would expect. Arms can rotate, and he can rotate at the waist. That is really about it, but nicely painted for sure. There's a couple places where it could use a little bit more detail, but it's a cheap, about 650 yen vinyl figure. So I'm not really all too concerned about the paint quality or anything like that. It's just really cool to have sitting on the shelf or to take with you places because you need to transform into Ultraman X. So really cool. And just a quick look at the cards yet again. Each card does have a number. The Ultra Heroes are BH, and on all of the Ultra Monsters are BK, not Burger King, but K for Kaiju. The Japanese word for monster in this case, but it does romanize as monster most of the time, so I'm just going to stick with Ultra Monsters, because it does say Ultra Monster right up there at the top. So that's what I'm going with. Ultra Hero, Ultra Monster, 1 blue, 1 red. Really easy to determine. The Ultra Hero cards are basically just going to make some really cool sound effects. They're not going to really do anything spectacular, but if you do insert them, you can do a finishing attack for whatever Ultraman you insert, so we can hear Ultraman X's. Then obviously the Cyber monster cards are going to activate the armor function, the Mon's armor, there we go, for Ultraman X. So we will take a look at Eleking's and Gomora's, the first 2 armors that he does get in the show. So let's go ahead and snap this thing on. It will have a standby sound that never ends. Just letting you know ahead of time, it really doesn't end. And it doesn't end. It doesn't end either. He's from Pokemon. So when we turn this on, the activation noise will play, and we'll go ahead and mess with the buttons a little bit. So you get a really cool image of X in there that kind of fades in and out, like it's breathing or something. I'm gonna turn that off real quick. So all this button does when nothing is going on is it says a phase, which is basically like a threat level. Phase 1 is like, it's no big deal, and Phase 5 is like, oh crap, the building's collapsing. That kind of thing. So there's multiple different phrases for that. There we go, I think that was all of them. So you get all the little phases, and then over here, we can talk to X. Fun fact, X's voice actor is the same voice actor for Beat J Stag in Go Busters, Yuichi Nakamura. So that is really cool. I love him lots. And so I'm really happy that he got to voice X. That's really neat. So you get those 2 sounds, and it'll just cycle through those 2 sounds. So let's go ahead and start with the Spark Doll functioning while closed. There's functions while closed and functions while opened. There's a lot to do in this toy. There really is. So if we snap this on, we'll grab our Ultraman Victory, and put his little foot on the live sign, or reader thing. So it's analyzing the Ultraman. So all of those are actually going to be a unique sound for each Ultraman that you put on here. Forms, I believe, are all read as the same Ultraman. So like Victory and Victory Knight are both going to be the same sound. But if you have all of the Ultra Heroes that are unique, you can hear all sorts of sounds. I'm not going to do them all in this video. I might do a separate video later that highlights all of the Sparkdoll sounds for the Ultra Heroes. But basically now you're in a analyze mode, and you can activate... Yeah, I know I'm waiting too long. I'm talking. Don't interrupt me. You get a quiz 1 or a quiz 2 depending on which button you hit. Since I talked too long, I had to do that all over again. But as I was saying, you get a quiz depending on which one you hit. There's two questions per Sparkdoll. So it asked a question. One's yes, one's no. I have no idea what she asked. I got it wrong. So I'm a failure. And then you would go ahead and scan it again, and you can do the other questions, but it's not really all that thrilling since we don't know what she's asking us. But jumping over to the Sparkdolls for the monsters, he's difficult. I don't know why I grabbed him, because the foot doesn't really stay in the thing. Read. There we go. It's not Red Thunder Darambia. This side is going to be a training mode. It just makes a sound. It's not an actual game or anything. Yay, he powered up. And then I gotta go through this all again to get to the other thing that these things can do. It's a process with this toy, let me tell you. Raid! Okay, that took way too long to do. But this right side is an energy mode. So he finished charging. He's good to go. He's all set. So that is our Spunk Doll. That's a new one. Spunk Doll functionality with the closed mode. If we go ahead and do it opened, it's going to do the same exact thing for the Sparkdolls. Like I said, it is capable of reading them all, but the functionality isn't supreme or anything. But you do get some cool sound effects, particularly with the Ultra Heroes, who just want to fall over. But yeah, so the functionality is the same in both open and closed formats. So now on to the Cyber Card functionality with it closed. Both of these are going to work pretty much the same, whether it's a hero or a monster. I just go ahead and take the card, slide it right in. This side is going to be a condition check, while this side is going to be a simulation. He's okay, guys. Again, you have to bring the card out, put it back in every time you want to do a new function on this, but hey, it's what it is. Hooray! Simulated. So moving along to a monster, he's Gomora because he's cool. So you'll hear an individual roar for each one that you do insert. And for the other button. Oh, he didn't start. What a failure. Can he start this time? Yay! Kind of kick some butt. But that is really about it for the Cyber Card functionality with it closed. Again, it's not anything that's super thrilling, but there is a lot of playability with all the sounds. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it open and check out all of that functionality. So you snap this on, and to start the transformation process, you just hit this button right up here. Take your Spark Doll,
Ultraman X to unite します。X United.
We are united. But anyway, so from here it's going to start beeping again. I think that was all of them. And then over here,
X United.
So if, where's the speaker on this thing? There we go. So if you don't have the Spark Doll with you, or you don't buy the Spark Doll, if you buy this separately, you can still get the transformation noise just by hitting this button right here. So it's a nice little feature for those of you that don't want to haul around the Spark Doll, or just don't really want the Spark Doll. So in this mode, the Ultra Hero cards are going to activate a phrase for one button and a finishing attack on the other button.
Ultraman X ロードします。一緒に戦おう。ウルトラマン X の力を起動します。一緒に戦おう。
So like I said, just a simple phrase. And then this button right here will activate the finisher. So that is Ultraman X's finisher as seen in the show. And we will take a look at the Cyber Card Set Volume 1. You can get all the main finishing attacks for all the other Ultraman 2 using their cards. So that is really cool. Now the main feature of Kamen Rider X is the Mons armor, the Cyber cards that activate armor for X. So we can get the armor for Gomora and Eleking.
Cyber Gomora ロードします。よし、行くぞ。Cyber Gomora Armor active.
So this button will activate a roar. That same roar that we heard earlier. And so there is Gomora's final attack. Switching it up to the Eleking armor.
Cyber Eleking ロードします。よし、行くぞ。Cyber Eleking Armor active.
His roar. And his final attack. So there we go. I believe that about does it all for this thing, but I don't even want to say does it all for this thing, because that is a lot. The biggest flaw of this item, for sure, is the fact that you have to reset the spark dial or reset the card every time you want to switch button functions. That can get a little bit tedious, particularly in this review setting, but it's not that big of a deal, I think, during play, because you're kind of switching back and forth anyway. But it can get a little bit tedious after a wire. Yep. But besides that, this is such a fun toy. It surprised the heck out of me, and I love it a lot. If you have a spark dial collection, you can get so many sounds, both in the spark dial reading mode. It's a lot of fun, particularly with the Ultra Heroes, since they all make their iconic, I believe it's their iconic transformation noises in there, which is definitely really cool. I can't wait to get more Cyber cards and get the various Ultraman finishers, as well as more Mon's Armor activations and their finishers. I have no idea how many actual sounds are in this thing, but as far as I know, it can read the entire backlog of Ultra Hero 500 and Ultra Monster 500 releases, which totals probably about 80 spark dials or so, I would give or take, I think. And that is great, and who knows how many more are on the horizon, and then how many Cyber cards we're going to get by the end of all this, too. So there is just so much here, and it is so much fun. If you're a fan of Ultraman X at all, or the Ultraman franchise in general, this is just a great toy. I love the way it looks. The sounds are pretty cool. It's very kind of organized military, which I really dig. And it's got a lot of good going for it, for sure. So if you have a good spark dial collection, you got a lot of playability right out of the box. And if you don't, hey, it's some incentive to go pick some up. A lot of them are still readily available at places like HLJ. So whether you pick up the XDevizer individually or with the spark dial included, it doesn't really matter. You're in for a treat, for sure. So happy hunting, and enjoy the show. Again, if you want to check out Ultraman X, please check out Crunchyroll, the first toku that is simulcasting, and that is just neat. So thanks for watching, take care, and have a great one. Bye.